let's get into some big updates for some pretty young guys that probably will become NHL stars later rather than sooner. And I say later because these guys are extraordinarily young. Today we're talking about Connor Bedard and Matvei Michkov, the projected number 1, number 2 picks for the 2023 NHL entry draft. Yeah, man, we're talking about the draft, but we're not talking about Lafreniere Byfield. We're not talking about Aatu Räty or Brandt Clarke, nor are we even talking about Savoie, Wright, and Lambert. We're talking about the guys after that. And these two, Connor Bedard and Matvei Michkov, are the two that many people are framing could be the very next generation's battle, akin to what was the Crosby-Ovechkin battle of the 2000s and the 2010s. These two guys are supposed to be very good hockey players, and there's a reason why even though they're 15, we are still talking about them here today. Now, if you want bigger extended looks at each of these guys, we have made individual videos in the past on both of them. We talked about Connor Bedard when he became the first WHL player to ever receive exceptional status, talking about how consensus believed that he would follow in the same footsteps as Crosby and McDavid. Yeah, totally not big shoes to fill over there. Then for Matvei Michkov, we made a video a few weeks after that talking about how this was the guy who was going to be Bedard's competition, a guy whom the Olympics was literally labeling as the hottest Russian hockey prospect since Ovechkin. Yeah, it really doesn't get any better than that now, doesn't it? Which is why this is the big debate. Matvei Michkov or Connor Bedard, which one of these two are you going to take in 2023? Well, we just gotta wait 3 years to find out. But the big news that we have for both of these guys comes in very different kind of forms. For the ease of just staying local for now, let's talk about Connor Bedard first, because as the first WHL player to ever be granted exceptional status, he was drafted first overall by the Regina Pats in the 2020 WHL Bantam Draft. This means that as a guy who turned 15 back in July, yeah, he was 14 earlier in the year when he was putting up crazy points for the West Van Academy Prep School in the CSSHL, he was supposed to be able to play in the WHL this year. Great. Amazing. First guy to ever do that at 15. Awesome. But the problem is the WHL is not really looking to start until December 4th, which, if you're taking a look at the calendar, is quite a ways away. So the solution? This is what's going to happen. This is what Connor Bedard is going to do going into the 2020-2021 season. He's actually going to Sweden. He's already received the Regina Pats blessing to train in Sweden alongside of the HV71 junior hockey team. And once the WHL comes back in December, or maybe even a little bit later, depending on how the pandemic settles down, he will be there in Sweden doing his thing. We're on this article over here from LeaderPost.com, which covers stuff in Regina. And we have a few quotes over here from the Regina Pats GM. It was probably mentioned to me earlier in the summertime. I never thought much about it, him leaving for Europe. It was never discussed until basically just recently. His representatives have a job to do for all their players to look for what they think is best to aid their development. Certain players have more opportunities. I'm personally fine with it, he says. I already have video of the skill stuff he was doing in the morning that was sent to me, and I think it's a unique opportunity with a very good organization. You have to get past what's going on in the world, but that's what they've decided as a family. It's a wonderful opportunity to see hockey and practice hockey at a little bit of a different level. The next sentence in this article gets me all the more excited. Check this out. Media reports from Sweden on Monday suggested that Bedard might eventually play games for HV71 if the WHL agrees. However, I will say that the GM of the Regina Pats came out and said, no, that's not going to happen. That's the clear arrangement we have, so he is not going to be able to do that. But, of course, we will see how things go forward. It's just wishful thinking at this point. So we probably won't see him play any games, but if it does happen, then cool. I would love to see the hottest guy in WHL, CHL hockey go over to Sweden and play a few games before he ends up suiting up in North America's major junior scene. It would certainly be a first to have a guy who maybe could be able to go first overall play his, draft -2 year? Some parts of it at least, in Europe? Darn, that's actually crazy. But think about this from the guy's perspective a little bit too. He's 15. He's played his entire life in West Vancouver Academy Prep School, and now all of a sudden he's going to Sweden. Big life changes, big life events right here. Props to the guy for being able to show the maturity to make a decision like that. A huge, life-changing decision to spend some time overseas before you come back to North America to play hockey. And eventually start dominating the WHL in the same way that Matvei Mishkov has been dominating the MHL. Let's switch over to the Russian guy over here. This is the guy who loves to score goals. He is playing in the MHL currently, and he's a guy who was born in December of 2004. This means that Matvei Mishkov is literally just a few days away from being a true U16 player. He's in the same draft year as Connor Bedard, but he's already suited up in the MHL. The MHL is pretty much the CHL of Russia. It's their junior league where guys who are teenagers can play against each other. MHL has a very weird reputation for scouting because some guys who do really well don't actually pan out in the NHL. Other guys who don't do all too well eventually become stars. So it's really weird in terms of the divisions and all the point productions and all that stuff. But Matvei Mishkov, so far, playing in the MHL, has had 5 goals in his first 6 games. And that may sound like, oh, he's a guy who got 70 goals in 26 games last year in the U16 league. Not surprising he got 5 in 6 so far. But just the historical records as to how good 5 goals in 6 games is kind of shows how everything is falling into place. So far, if you go to the MHL as a whole, the entire league, Matvei Mishkov and his 6 points in 6 games is good enough to put him at a casual 5th in the league in scoring. Not too bad for a guy who's only 15 playing against other 17, 18, 19-year-olds. But earlier yesterday, he actually scored his 5th goal in his 6th game. The U17 record for MHL hockey is 29 goals in 53 games scored by Kucherov. Matvei Mishkov is 3 weeks shy of being a U16 player. So take a look at it like this. Nikita Kucherov's goal record for U17 players is on pace to being completely blasted away by Mishkov on his current goal per game pace. And the fact that he legitimately could be a few weeks away from being a guy who isn't even qualified for this age range, yet still shattering that. That kind of puts into perspective that what Kucherov did is what Mishkov is doing but better, and Mishkov was so close to being in a younger age bracket. Take a look at this. These are the best U17 seasons in the MHL ever since the restructure. There has never been a true U16 player in the MHL unless EP is bugged. Mishkov is at 1 point a game. 6 points, 6 games. And he's not even supposed to be in this age range. These other guys over here all had a point per game, half a point a game, 2/3 of a point per game. Only Kucherov was the real point per game guy. And this is in the age range that would have been above Mishkov if Mishkov was born 3 weeks later. The follow-up tweet from Tobias Pettersson kind of says the rest here. The scariest part is that he has had bad puck luck, and so far they stole an assist from him. So, yeah, this kind of guy is looking to be the best Russian NHL prospect in years. A decade and a half, pretty much. 2 decades. And we're seeing him score at a rate that nobody his age has ever scored at before, if you consider him as a U16 player instead of a U17 guy. But even if you consider him as a U17 guy, he's still on pace to matching Nikita Kucherov, which is great. Nikita Kucherov's a good player. If this guy can do that, then hey, what else can he do? So talking about Matvei Mishkov and talking about how good he is doing without even describing how he plays, the numbers just kind of tell the whole story, man. This guy is going to be a challenge for that #1 overall spot in 2023 because Connor Bedard, while being cemented as the first ever WHL exceptional status player, perceivably following the footsteps of Crosby and McDavid, there still is this Russian guy who is doing better than Kucherov. So, 2023, man, I can't wait to see what happens here. No disrespect to Savoy, Wright, and Lambert. Those guys are all going to be great. But 2023 looks to be, dare I say it, the generational draft of the decade? I know we had 2015, that was the generational draft with McDavid and Eichel and Marner and all these other really good players too, but like, 2023, man, keep your eyes peeled. We'll have 3 years of highlights to look at these guys going into the next few seasons, so we'll have a lot to discuss over that time. Talk to me in the comments what you think about this whole idea. Connor Bedard going to Sweden and Matvei Mishkov dominating the U20 MHL season as a 15-year-old too. So comment down below all you think about that stuff. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Schwarz 99, and Bye.